Records fall but never die.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. We have a superpower on this program, is that we are alive and we pay attention. That's it. I went to community college. Don't consider myself particularly high IQ. We're just good at pattern recognition. That's all. And sometimes there are patterns that scare the hell out of us. And so we're here to sound the alarm. We're here to sound the alarm because we're putting something together that looks really, really scary and dangerous. Now, I'm not trying to cause panic or fear, but we don't want to be right here. Marjorie Taylor Greene, friend and guest of the show regularly, who we love and we trust, says that her plane was rerouted amid drone activity over the White House. Just flew into D.C. Before landing, our pilot announced that there was a unauthorized drone flying over the White House. What the hell is going on there? Don't fly a drone over the White House. You're, of course, not allowed to fly a drone over the White House. You can't do that. It's geofenced, right? You can't even get drones into the White House. Oh, Chinese drone giant that manufactures the vast majority of drones in the world just removed all of its geofencing so that you can fly drones right into the White House, right over the United States Capitol, just in time for President Trump's inauguration, right as guys like Dan Bongino's Secret Service agent, former Secret Service agent, is warning that there's going to be a drone attack during Trump's inauguration. Bongino said this in a recent rant, and it was kind of chilling.
Pro-lifers targeting the evil white supremacists around every corner, and they have not thought through the threat of a swarm of drones taking out a crowd of people or taking out one of our protectees with an inauguration right around the corner, and Donald Trump not able to do anything about it because he's not in power for 2 more weeks.
Dan Bongino straight up saying, and this is Dan Bongino, the guy who predicted President Trump's assassination attempts, both of them, saying there's going to be a drone swarm, and it's going to be deadly. It's going to be horrible. Senator Mike Lee, who's no spring chicken, who is obviously very adept, one of the smart, I think one of the highest IQ senators, maybe the highest IQ senator there, that we have, saying Chinese drone maker removes geofencing days before Trump's inauguration. What could possibly go wrong? Everybody's saying, this is a little scary. Saying DJI says it's putting control back in the hands of the drone operators. Oh, all right. Weeks before Trump's inauguration, no more protections for any government buildings, just in time for the inauguration. Everybody's saying this is very, very scary. This is very dangerous. Now we can fly drones into restricted areas and places where the FAA says it's illegal to fly drones. Many are saying online, when DJI disables geofencing on drones right before Trump's inauguration. Plenty of suspicion here. And you know what causes even further suspicion? Xi Jinping, who was invited to Trump's inauguration, of course the Chinese dictator, he says he won't go because of security risks. Wasn't this guy just in California? Xi declines Trump's inauguration because it's too risky. So he says it's too risky, and then the Chinese drone manufacturer, which is just like a cutout for the Chinese government, DJI, because there's no such thing as a successful, independent, private business in China. They're all state-run. Gets rid of their geofencing. Xi was like, forget attending Donald Trump's inauguration. It's too dangerous. Let's remove all the geofencing from the drones in America instead. Not a coincidence, people are saying. I live a mile from the airport. I just verified I can fly my drone there with no restrictions. I could land on the runway if I wanted. This is insanity, and 5 days before an outdoor inauguration. Be freaking careful. Now, one of the greatest journalists of our era has come over the top with a new bombshell. Tucker Carlson was told by an intelligence official that the U.S. government took down Chinese satellites, which controlled all of the drones over New Jersey. Of course, you remember the drones over New Jersey. These drones, still a mystery. Government's never told us what they are. The government has told us that they weren't there, so if you believe that prima facie, you have to assume that it is a foreign power that's flying these drones. China just removed all of the restrictions on their drones, and so now we're left to wonder who is operating these things and why. Now, multiple members of Congress, Senate, have come on my program to say that this is a show of force from China to say we can operate these drones over your cities and you can do nothing about it. Tucker is saying the United States government had to blow up a satellite to stop
the level of aggression that just doesn't seem characteristic of the Chinese.
Unless you were, well, of course I agree with you. An intel person told me that this person believed that they were in fact Chinese, and that a Chinese satellite went down, was visible to the naked eye. There were news stories about it. It evaporated, it burned up, and that this person told me that was taken down by the U.S. government. That was a command and control satellite for these drones.
Oh,
and the
wow.
belief
Okay.
was the Chinese government was sending the following message: we're moving on Taiwan and maybe other things.
Wow.
You can't
Okay.
do anything about it.
Okay.
So, look, I have no idea if that's true or not. Zero.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That just doesn't, I just gotta say, it's so aggressive. And also, but the other thing is that, like,
Seems reckless, actually.
it seems really reckless.
Okay. Well, so is invading Taiwan. And they are dead set on doing that too. So stealing all of America's IP. So is releasing COVID. Like, this is a reckless, suicidal, psychotic. This is what all communist, godless regimes are. They're bloodthirsty. And they have absolutely zero interest in anything other than their own power. Certainly zero interest in human life. Tucker reveals that an intel person told him that drones were Chinese. I did some digging. In December 2024, a defunct Chinese commercial Earth imaging satellite burned up over the southern United States. It was traveling at 17,000 miles per hour when it re-entered the atmosphere. Okay. Can we get any confirmation of that? Yeah, here it is. This is literally video of it. Chinese drones controlled by a satellite. An 8-year-old Chinese satellite went down in Middle America on December 21st. More credibility to Tucker's story. Called the Jiaoling 1-02, originally launched in China in 2016, operated by Beijing. So they had to blow up a satellite in order to stop the drones? This is why the drones vanished? Well, how would that explain them disappearing on Thanksgiving? An intelligence official informed Tucker Carlson that the U.S. government had taken down Chinese satellite drones. By the way, that's not true. There were drones flying all throughout December. Tucker Carlson reveals an intelligence official, Chinese satellite controlling drones over New Jersey. Do you believe that this is true? Crazy. Now, of course, we also have the Trump Tower attacker saying that these were Chinese drones. That's what he said. He said they were using space-age technology, so maybe being controlled by satellite, I don't know. And that technology was being hidden from the American people. He called it anti-gravity technology. Goodness gracious. So I'll leave it with this. This is the incoming administration, the people tasked with our protection. Tom Homan, who is a tough cookie, saying, I can't believe the administration hasn't taken action on it. President Trump is in the office. Every one of them would be blown out of the sky by now. President Trump, who gets an intelligence briefing, says, you're going to find out on day one what these drones are. They're not telling you, and it's ridiculous. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll let the president have the final word here. We trust President Trump, and this is starting to make a lot of sense. And it's starting to be pretty scary, actually, when you put all the pieces together. So keep your head on a swivel, pray for President Trump, and pray that the truth comes out. Here we go.
A story that kind of disappeared very suddenly. Do you have any idea whatever happened to the drones?
What happened to drones?
Well, you had said that you knew you thought the government knew what was happening with these drones over New Jersey. There were some by Bedminster.
I don't know. They're over Bedminster a lot, so I can imagine. I'm going to give you a report on drones about one day into the administration, because I think it's ridiculous that they're not telling you about what's going on with the drones. And it's not only with me. Glenn was telling me today that in Virginia they have drones all over the place.